You're like, I'm sleepy. I'm a sleepy cobra.
Up, people. Oh, I'm spitting everywhere. How the hell are you? I'm Tyler Nolan. Welcome to the freaking show. Check this out. Reading the snake room right now. Got this off of the good old Amazon. North American snakes. Get some sweet posters for the room. Put a poster over there. Put a poster over there. I already got a flag over there. Kayla got me. You know, I'm just gonna make the room look cool. I'm just like making it more doper, you know? Does that work? Whatever, I'm using it. So, anyways, we're getting there. I'm still waiting on a bunch of cages from Vision. It's gonna take a minute. They gotta put them into reproduction, or they gotta put them into production, ship them out, yada yada. It's still gonna probably be about a month before I get those cages. But in the meantime, I'm gonna redo these stands, yada yada. I already went over this with you guys. We're getting there. Today, I'm giving the Indigo snake a new cage. So I put a video out, oh man, how long ago was it? I don't know, probably a year ago? Right? Almost a year ago?
That you got the Indigo?
Yeah.
Probably about a year.
Probably about a year ago. When I first got him, I'm pretty sure I've only done one video on the Indigo so far. He's been in many videos obviously because he's a great snake. But he's getting big. I'm going to go back and try to find some old footage for you guys of when I first got him. I haven't even looked at it in forever, so it'll be cool to see how big he's gotten. So right now, I have him in this 3-foot Vision. Before, I had him out, when I first got him, I kept him out in my living room in the cage that Littlefoot is in, my water monitor. So that was about a 4-foot long cage. He did very well in there. This is pretty much about the same size. This is a 3-foot Vision, but it's deeper than those other cages, so it's got the same amount of square feet pretty much. But today we're moving. I got these new 4-foot Visions. This is model 422 of the Visions. All right, sliding glass, awesome. These cages actually, these ones right here in particular, I bought them the other day from my buddy Brian, who I used to work at Underground Reptiles with. He has had these cages since we worked at Underground 15 years ago. So these cages are over 15 years old. And dude, this is what I love about Vision cages. They're awesome. So check this out. These ones, they have a sunken in part right here. See right here, this is recessed down. It's got a metal screen on the bottom, so you can literally, you could just put a heat fixture inside of here. Got my temperature right over here. Got a thermometer so I can make sure that the basking area of this cage gets the ample temperature that they need. I have a big LED strip that goes along that back cage, or that back vent. What I like about these cages that I do not like about these cages, you see these vents in these CS cages? These vents suck. Those vents are barely open and they don't allow a lot of airflow. So I went on Amazon and I ordered these better vents that allow way more airflow. I'm gonna put some vents on the sides of these cages so that way these things are ventilated better. Because Vision cages are ventilated great. All these cages have wide strips and metal mesh along the top to make sure that there's plenty of airflow for these guys. So let's get this cage set up. I'm gonna take this glass off. Another thing about these cages, to remove the glass is super easy. You just lift up, boom, just like this, lift up, comes right out. It's awesome. Makes it very easy to get in here, maintenance the tank. I'm gonna spray this thing down with Chlorox, clean it up, and then I'm actually going to switch him. Right now he's on Cocoa Bark. I'm actually gonna switch this guy to, I think this is, what is this, Pine, Aspen? Let's switch this guy over to this because he's a nice dark jet black snake. And I think he's gonna look really cool on a lighter substrate. That way you get that contrast. You'll have like a nice light bottom and then a dark snake on top of it. I feel like that'll look great. So let's get this cage cleaned up and then let's take this guy out. I actually think that he's gonna like this a lot better because they're burrowing snakes. They're not necessarily burrowing snakes, but they stay on the floor down here. There's Texas indigos. There's a bunch of different kinds of indigos. This is an eastern indigo. Now this is Drymarchon cooperi. That is the scientific. He's a colubrid, and he has a crazy feeding response when he's in his cage. Indigos are normally pretty chill snakes, but you can see this guy has a crazy feeding response. He just comes right out after me all the time, which is fun because he's not a deadly snake. He's non-venomous. He's just a jerk. He likes to come charging out the cage because he's the boss of his cage. He's awesome. Very cool. And he's gotten a lot bigger. Come on. Come out here, buddy. You got a dirty cage, man. Now, Alex actually got bit by this snake. When I have people come over to do venomous training, this is the snake that I have them train with. Because this is the best thing. This is the closest thing you can get to a cobra for the most part. You know, when you're doing venomous snake training, you want to get a mean colubrid. This is not a mean snake, but I'm saying to practice venomous, the best way is to get a mean colubrid, like an indigo or a crebo or a big ass mean rat snake, you know, something like that. Practice taking them in and out of the cage. It's great cobra training. But as you can see, he's super chill when he's out of the cage. He's gotten huge. Like look how big. Look how big he is now. Like he was little when I first got him. He was a quarter of the size. But yeah, he's a badass snake. I want to, maybe we can go outside with him real quick and get some shots outside. Because this is one of the snakes that I can bring outside. I can bring the rattlesnakes outside, but any of my cobras or anything that is not native to Florida, it is illegal for me to take them outside. It's legal for me to take this guy outside. So, let's go in the backyard real quick. So check this out. It's like a totally different animal outside.
This one.
You can see the iridescent color along its body. They have a it's not a very cylindrical body either. Like if you notice, he kind of has a triangular shaped body. It's more like pyramided. You know, it's not so much of a round snake. But yeah, outside, he's getting warmed up. Dude, they are fast as shit. Like, look at him in the grass, man. Such a cool snake. Oh, there's some Shiba poop right there. I gotta stay away from that. Let's go over here. But yeah, such a dope snake. Got that iridescence on him. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. Purples and blues, and it's almost like a chrome color on those scales. Now, you can see how smooth these scales are, man. Like, it is like a totally different feel than any of my other snakes. A lot of the vipers that I have are keeled scale snakes, so they kind of have a ridge going down the middle of their scale. So it feels like it looks. So keeled, K-E-E-L-E-D, keeled scaled snakes. Man, that is a tongue twister. They feel different. It's like a rough, like sandpapery, it's got a weird feeling to it. These snakes are super smooth. Like this is like, it's like silk. So smooth. Very cool animal. Oh, we got the rhinos behind us. I think there's mangoes falling from the tree. That's what's making that noise. Eastern indigo snake. This is a red phase. See that red on his head? I actually just emailed the breeder that I got this snake from, lives in Arizona. I want to get an all black one next, because Eastern Indigo is down here. We do have red faces in the wild. Red faces they're easier to come by. Black phase, probably 3 out of every 10 that are born are all black. Black faces are really cool. That's what's next. Just a jet black one. So cool. Drymarchon is Greek, translates for Lord of the Forest. That said, these are also snake eaters. So like Ophiogonus hanna, which is the king cobra, Ophiogonus hanna, in Latin, means snake eater. These guys, Drymarchon is Greek, means Lord of the Forest. These guys are also snake eaters. Non-venomous snake eater. Funny thing about this, guys, being non-venomous, is they eat rattlesnakes in the wild. They live in gopher tortoise holes with the rattlesnakes and are known to eat them. How crazy is that? A rattlesnake eater. They do not inject a venom to kill their prey. They don't constrict to kill their prey either, though. These guys are overpowering animals. So what they are known for is they grab their prey and they're known to push them and to force them into another object, and that's how they suffocate them and kill them. They overpower their prey, which is pretty cool. Which is also why this guy's beautiful, because I feed him dead prey items. In the wild, they're obviously eating live prey items and killing them savagely. So in the wild, indigo snakes, when you find them, they're honestly pretty messed up. Like when you find them in the wild, they're pretty ugly. They got scars all over them. They look like they've been through battle, because they do. They're crazy snakes, man. So cool though. Like look at that. These guys are one of my favorites. One of the reasons, honestly, why I got so into snakes is when I was a kid, there's a nature center called Gumbo Limbo in Boca. Gumbo Limbo, my whole childhood, had a huge all black indigo snake there for the longest time. And when we were kids, we would go on field trips there at school, and they would take out the indigo snake and they would actually let all the kids hold them. And dude, I just remember being a little kid holding an indigo snake at Gumbo Limbo. Just the coolest thing ever. They're very... Pictures and videos don't do this animal justice. Like in person, it is just such a awesome snake. That red throat, they puff it up. You can see he's kind of puffing it up a little bit. That's how it's one of the defense mechanisms they use. They rattle their tails, like a lot of colubrids do the tail rattle. They puff their throats. This guy puffs his throat, and he's known to hiss. He's not much of a hisser though. And you saw he's got a crazy feeding response. So that's it for outside. Man, I love having these guys outside. It's just totally different look than inside my snake room. I'm gonna do a video soon of the Eastern Diamondbacks, because I could take those out. I got the one big albino, he's in shed right now, and then my little Eastern, the normal phase, he's in shed right now too. But when those guys shed out, we'll take them here outside. That way you can see the purple albino rattlesnakes outside in the sunlight. Crazy animal. They're almost see-through outside. It's nuts. Dope. You're awesome. Like, look at that head, man. Look at those eyes. Big black eyeballs. Such a cobra looking head. Like, look at that. Like, that's cobra head all day. Just such a sick animal. Look how large those scales are by his jaw. Just, oh man, such a cool freaking animal. Like, look at the head of that thing. Look at the iridescent glow on that, man. Oh god, fucking such a cool snake. All right, let's go put this guy in his new cage. Boom, back in the snake room. Look at this. It's just like, doesn't do it any justice in this room. It's like, oh yeah, black snake, cool. All right, so let's put him in his new cage. I gotta take his old water bowl out. Look at that. Look how awesome that snake looks against that light aspen. Super cool. Alright, so we're gonna give him a fresh bowl of water. There we go. Some freshie. Put a couple little decorations in there. We got, what is this, a deer spine and a hip, you know? Just some little things to make him feel more at home. Put a good sized hide box on there. Now these hide boxes, you can actually get these on Amazon. I got a subscription to them, so I have 1 million of them. I don't have a subscription anymore, I canceled it, but they were sending me one a month. Until I figured that out. Okay, so let's put him like that. Boop, boop, boop. That's it. Simple enough. He's checking out his new cage. Seeing how he likes it. He's gonna be able to go underneath this and hang out. I feel like he's gonna love this. So, looks great. Got him in a 4-foot vision. He'll be good to go forever in this cage now. Maybe one day if he gets massive, I'll move him to a 6-footer, but a 4-footer will probably do. Next video, we're just gonna keep going into different snakes. We're gonna keep transforming this room into something awesome. It's getting there. It's already so much better. I want to have this to the place where I can have everybody come down and do videos here. I want to have Brian Barczyk here. I want to have Kevin Curley here. I want to have Kenan come over. I want to have a bunch of homies come over, come do some videos, check out the collection. But I gotta get it on point. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys want to see next down below. If you guys have any questions about indigo snakes or anything else in my room, comment that down below. I'll try to get to them the best that I can. Stay safe out there. Come over. See you guys later.